I didn't get to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. As far as I know, nobody did at Summer Game Fest. But they had us all sit in a room and watch an hour of gameplay where they ran through different aspects of Yasuke and Naoe's gameplay. So you like basically the stealth gameplay and the brutal gameplay, the brute force gameplay. So it's interesting to see what you could do as both of those characters. And not all missions were like that, but you could choose which character you wanted to play in some of the missions, which is pretty interesting. And then they also sort of explained each of their styles of gameplay, what weapons they used, what their stealth was like, what their stealth wasn't like, etc., etc. So I'll show you what they sent me, and it hopefully will be close to what I got to see. Yeah. And again, Yasuke is like the brute force approach. Naoe is the stealth. Peace and war. The Assassin's Creed that you expect type thing. My own path in this divided land. This gameplay, by the way, like this has been hit by YouTube compression and stuff. Like it looked so much better in person. At last. This looks so much better in person. Just so you know, I was way more impressed in person than it does on YouTube. The fields are busy. The big harvest requires many hands. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed at the quality of what they sent. Did you choose a character before the mission, or can you change mid-mission? I don't think you can change mid-mission. No, you gotta choose before you start. Pardon me, sorry about that. Yeah, it looked way better. And again, this is like, I don't know if this was open world, but it is. You walk through and you're like bouncing off of NPCs the entire time. So, I don't know what happens if you just start like hammering on people. And the first thing that they did was pet the dog. The very, very first thing they did, of course.
Well, you are
was pet that dog.
Beast, are you not?
Obviously.
Samurai sir.
And
this way, I beg you.
It's not like open world Ghost of Tsushima from what I could see.
Right behind you, little one.
It again feels more of a Ubisoft curated approach, on rails type of thing. There are probably spots that are open world, but I think generally speaking, it's not going to be as open world as Ghost of Tsushima.
Ah, a samurai.
But it looked great.
One that does not
looked fantastic.
I am a stranger, yes, but you have nothing to fear from me.
Ha! I have enough to fear from the men of Kochiyama.
Yeah, similar to the old Assassin's Creed. Which game is this one? I don't know. Even though I'm not sure what numerically which one it is.
Leaving us only scraps. I bet they are in the market now, along the main road. A stranger might make good merit, ridding a village of a threat like these men.
Is that so? Then I shall see it done. For this life, if not the
really?
next.
You can watch this in 4K on the Ubisoft channel and saying that I'll still watch it here just because I'm worried that I don't want to take their stuff. So, does this have Japanese VO? I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, like what they sent me isn't as good as what it actually looked great, and like the frame rate was great.
More division.
It looked fantastic, and even the stuff that I saw during the press conference wasn't as good as what I saw in real life. So, which is too bad. Would you play this game in English? Yes, I would. I would play this game in English for streaming.
Shadowed by suffering.
Yeah, the music's great.
What is happening here?
All right, hold on. All right, you guys have convinced me. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find it on their YouTube channel. Let's see if I can, because like, there's got to be something better than this. Like what they showed during the Assassin's Creed Shadows, Star Wars Outlaws, and more. They didn't post it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this is it. I think this is the same. This is so much better quality. All right, I'm gonna just play this directly from Ubisoft's channel. Hopefully, they don't get mad at me. Here, let's start with the dog. Let's start with the dog. Where's the dog? I need to pet that dog. Where's that dog? All right, this is way better. This quality's way better too. Mr. Thrust, we're getting there. We're almost there. Don't worry.
And merchant looks uneasy.
But yeah, this is probably what. Again, I still think the frame rate is lower than what I saw. So I think I might have seen it at 1080p 60. I might have seen it at 1080p 60 because this is 4K. This is like 4K 30, 40-ish. And I would much rather play it at 1080p 60.
You are a friendly beast, are you not?
But this does look better on the Ubisoft channel.
Samurai sir, this way. I beg you.
And I think a lot of people already kind of know the background of Yasuke, but
Right behind you, little one.
Yasuke was like this, basically like this giant samurai that Nobunaga, one of the warlords, I guess, or one of the
Wonder where you went.
leaders in Japan at the time, employed. So Nobunaga employed Yasuke and would use Yasuke
A samurai.
to enforce policies and things like that. Feudal lords, thank you. Yeah, daimyo. Yeah,
But you have nothing to fear from me.
I have
and he was sort of like,
men of Kochiyama
at least in the context of the game, a legend.
taxing us again and again.
Like people knew him as
Giving us only
this giant dude who is way bigger and way stronger than a lot of other samurai.
A stranger might make good merit ridding a village of a threat like these men.
Is that so? Then I shall see it done. For this life, if not the next.
And you're just going into this village to assassinate Fujioka, who is yet another one of the daimyos who is like corrupt. And that's all we really like. The gameplay gave us the context of the fact that he was corrupt and that Yasuke is going into. This is just a video. That Yasuke is going into go in and assassinate this corrupt individual and free the village from his corrupt clutches. And that's all the context we ever got of story-wise.
Shadowed by suffering.
And I have an idea of where this story is going to go. Lawrence and I talked about it. We might.
What is happening?
I don't know if I want to spoil it for you guys because
your fight, samurai.
I'm pretty sure I already know where it's going, but we'll see.
I told you, keep walking.
And like obviously that's when that's the red strike, that's the not counterable strike, right? You can't parry it, but red again. But like it's brutal. It's just absolutely brutal how strong this dude is. And then when it's blue like that, you can block it or counter it. Oh, jeez. Oh, I think his head is gone too. Yeah, his head is just straight up gone. And then like again, you've got the yellow bar. That's their armor. So you can see the yellow bar. Oh, jeez. So you can see the yellow bar on that character, and that was this seemed like an important part of Yasuke's gameplay. Is the yellow bar there is armor that they're wearing, and then when you knock it off, it makes a very clear sound. It like falls to the ground and goes like. So you know that you've knocked off their armor, and then you can just go in and just destroy them. So I think he does it right here. Yeah, he breaks his armor there, and then brutal. It's brutal.
Make your peace.
Oh yeah, he has abilities there, like that stomp. it's just a baseball bat. Yeah, it's just brutal.
They were going to kill me. Thank you. There's another. Up the road.
You wish there was body dismemberment? I mean, he took off that guy's head.
Protector turned persecutor. Greed cannot rule this village. Not while I have breath in my lungs and a blade in my head.
So then this is Fujioka. This is the one you've come to assassinate. Not that guy. This guy was just in front of him.
I'll wash away his failure with your blood.
You will have to spill it first.
And then you broke his armor. You broke his armor there. Or you broke his stagger bar, I guess, the stagger bar. But you can see, oh yeah, you can see the armor plates here, right? The armor plates have fallen off there. Was he an innocent? I don't know. Who knows?
You are. For the people, I am justice.
Yeah, he's like saying, I am justice and stuff like that. The reason he's saying I am justice is, again, he's over here, you know, like killing people. So you can see corruption reigns here. Right there. Like, that's what... this is really cool, by the way, this stylistic kill. But he's like freeing the village of corruption. So. Did you get to see Dragon Age? I didn't crush lemons. Lawrence did, though. And there's Naoe. There's Naoe. So Naoe's the assassin of Assassin's Creed.
Too slow. What did you
And
find?
they're like working together
The samurai has been stealing
to
from the villagers.
free Japan of
He has been starving
corruption.
the people here for some time.
I know,
So
right,
now we know who
Artrius?
he works
Seriously.
for.
A daimyo in Fukuyama Castle.
We should go.
Maestro
Not before
Mike,
we send our
exactly.
allies to look for him. He'll be difficult to find.
So you're in Fukuyama. And then I think that exposes the temple, I want to say.
Daimyo. He's there.
Yeah, now you're going to assassinate the daimyo. Oh, so Fujioka was just the
take the
daimyo's
lead.
samurai. His champion samurai. He was not the
Won't
daimyo.
just through the
I think I
front
misspoke
gate.
earlier. This won't
It's
be on
almost
Game
dark.
Pass? No.
No one will see me coming.
Maybe eventually.
They will not stand a chance. But be careful in there.
Don't worry. I won't be alone. It'll be me and the shadows.
Oh, get it? Assassin's Creed Shadows, guys.
the
The
shadows.
dialogue's pretty cheesy, but
To serve the light.
pretty much what I expect from Ubisoft.
I'll go straight for the daimyo. When fighting a snake, why wrestle the body when you can slice off the head?
So, all right. So, like, just to preface this before you go in, important parts of this. Number one, you can play for this mission. You can play as Naoe or as Yasuke. At least the gameplay they showed us. So you could do this either way. You could go in stealth and run in and assassinate the daimyo and then run out. It is not always night. No, that was number two. Number two is there's a dynamic weather system and a dynamic night and day system. So you can play it at night. You could play it during the day. And they did. They played it all in all different various ways. So if you wanted to, like, to make it easier on yourself, you play at night, right? Because you're the assassin. You can hide in the shadows. But if you want to run in during the day, you could give it a shot that way too. Perilous Prophet, thank you for the Prime. Perilous Prophet. Oh, here, I gotta fix that. Put this down here. Like right here, probably. Yeah, and then obviously Yasuke is the, brute force approach. I don't think, do they? Well, we'll see if they show it, but I'll try and explain what Yasuke does for this mission, because I don't think they show it. But this is the assassin. This is like full stealth assassin way to do it. Oh, of course, Iron Hoden, yeah. This is like something I would try a couple times just to see how easy it was, because it looks awesome. And I didn't get to play it, but it felt like something I would love to try. No, the guy doesn't really parkour at all, no. She crawls through the grass, which is sick. Super sick. Like, she's not crouched, you know? Like, you always peek up out of the grass whenever you're crouched, even though you're stealthed. She, like, fully is prone. I don't think Yasuke does stealth at all. I don't think that's not the point of his character. And then, like, you can see see how she did this in the shadow here? And then there's light over here? That was very important as well. You need to stick to the shadows if you're not to be seen. Pardon me, sorry about that. So you need to actually be in the dark. Which, again, other video games have done, but that was something they sort of made sure to tell us. Does this game have ray tracing? I don't know. Probably. Oh yeah. Her weapons are super cool. Like, she's got that, like, almost grappling hook type thing. There's another ability, hopefully they show it, where she swings it like a lasso and she can kill a bunch of people at a time. I don't think it is. You don't know. And then, of course, the jump assassinate, which I love. Love that. The very specific Assassin's Creed assassinate. Comma with a rope. That's what it is. Gotcha.
Huh?
Oh, it does, Vito? Yeah. You can see the meters filling up over here, whether or not they see you. Yeah, very Splinter Cell. And you don't have to assassinate everybody either. I would. But you can also not assassinate. You can, like, if there's like an innocent or whatever, you don't have to kill them. You can just knock them out. I would probably end up assassinating them, though. You turn out lights, which is awesome, obviously, so you can stick to the shadows. That's right, if you assassinate them all, you can't get caught. Oh, this was awesome. When they showed this, I was like, please tell me you can do this. Love it. Love that. I was thinking to myself that if I ever did that, I bet I would see that one guy in the shadows stab through the door, and then as soon as that guy falls down, there's 4 other guys in the room. They're like, what the fuck? That's what would happen to me. And it will happen to me when I play this game. I'm sure of it. Yeah.
He's coming. I need to hide.
Oh yeah, this is fun. I love that. You can just crawl up in the ceiling. I don't think she even she doesn't assassinate him. I would have. I would have.
First, Fujioka dies in the street at the hands of some
or you're right. So there he is, Lord Hayashi. Corruption reigns. So again, freeing this village of corruption. I think she has like kunai that she can throw too.
Must have been the samurai Yasuke.
And I can't remember if the guy who did. There you go. You can kill that guy with them. But I was like, can you throw your kunai at Lord Hayashi? I think you can. A daimyo like that deserves a slower death than the one I'm about to give him. So another important point is you see the rain, and like the thunder and stuff. I believe they said that the rain and that sort of stuff would make it harder for your enemies to hear you. So that the more that happens, yeah, they did say that. Okay, good. Yeah, the more that happens, then the more your audio signatures are harder to hear. Yeah, like Zelda, exactly. Sorry, guys, fighting off a cold. So this is another one of my favorite parts of this gameplay demo. I was like, of course, you should be able to do this. Of course. Oh, thanks, Iron. Of course you should be able to do this. You're a fucking shinobi. Everybody sees you. Everyone sees you. I would see this is. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, where she swings it in a circle and like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. It also chopped down the reeds, which I just noticed, by the way. Chopped down the bamboo.
Do not let the Shinobi escape!
Oh, interesting, Ori.
I've shed all the blood I need. Time to go.
Stop her! Hurry up and kill her!
I love how she can pretty much scale anything. From what I can see, she can scale anything, jump on anything. Interestingly, in the gameplay demo that they played for us, because there was a guy playing when we were watching, they didn't do this. They didn't do this cinematic thing. She actually got out. So he was like, "Okay, we're gonna do our best to get out," and then she scales a couple walls and does this whole thing, runs down, and then eventually just jumps over a wall, and she's made it. I wish they would show that stuff rather than do the trailer transition, like, because they don't need this. They don't need the cinematics. I would love to just see her get out, and then they could fade out. But they did show that. They showed her as escaping. No, it is not out. Right, and it was just, I got to see a demo of it. Yeah, it'll be out in November. Do they both have the wrist blades? Cage Money, not that I could see. Not that I could see. I don't think they're going to add a multiplayer aspect to this, but that would be neat if they could. So yeah, so this is just the trailer. But like, she literally did this in the gameplay demo. And they're showing like the different weather effects, all that other stuff here. Let me see if I can, because that's way better quality. But let's see what they sent. What is this? Oh yeah, okay, all right. Hold on. Okay. This is all really interesting stuff. I'm gonna edit live because they wanted me to edit this stuff because they send you the B-roll footage and then they want you to like edit it down. But I'm just gonna I'll cut out that stuff. These are just the idle animations, which you probably don't necessarily care about. And then the storm stuff. I'll show you the different weather animations as well. Tonight Assassination. Let's try this. Brutal. Thank you for the resub, Brutal. Very much. And again, this is the B-roll they sent me. So it's only a 1080p. But the quality they had on their channel was better. Oh yeah. So he dodges her. That's cool. I don't think I ever got to see that. Or maybe we did. So he dodged the assassination, which is super cool. I didn't realize that was a thing. Maybe that might have happened in the gameplay demo that I saw. Sick. Yeah, that's super sick. Because of her sun shadow? I don't know, cruise ship. A good question, because she is doing it in broad daylight. That happens in other AC titles? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. Navigation. Oh yeah, and then, so now he can also take on, she can fight directly, just like Yasuke, but she fights differently. So, and she like uses different tools at her disposal and sort of, you know, death by 1,000 cuts type thing. And if she dodges, they did this for us as well. Oh, it's brutal. They did that for us as well. So, where she actually did the stealth mission that I just showed you, but not at night. She did it during the day. And that's exactly what she did. She would just run through, assassinate specific targets, but then also have to take on some of the bigger bosses in the daytime. And it's way harder. Let's see here. The shoulder bash was cool. It's really too bad they didn't just send us the B-roll or the gameplay that they played, because it was the B-roll or the gameplay they played was really solid and looked great, and there were no issues. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, he had a gun. Yasuke has a gun, and he was just smoking people. He's just absolutely smoking people. He has there looks like an active reload as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, he's got all the like the super giant. Did he do the shoulder bash here? Oh yeah, this thing. This is super cool too. Gotta show this. Gotta show this. This was fun. This was a fun thing. Rotor Bones! Been here almost 5 years, Rotor Bones. Thank you. Always Rotor. Yeah, Yasuke, it literally is the definition of brute force. Just the definition of brute force. Like, runs in, shoulder bashes, shoots dudes. That's what you want. Like, that's... If you want to play it like that, if you're like trying the stealth version a couple times and you're like, Naoe just keeps getting killed, you're like, I gotta fucking, never mind, I'm just gonna go in there and work some dudes. That's how you do it. Yeah, the musket, the whole deal. Let's see. How about this? Always shoot the barrel. Always shoot the red barrel. Always got to shoot that barrel. That's very important. You know what? You know, if you see a red barrel, you got to shoot it. Let's see here. You can kind of get a good sense for what Yasuke, what it looks like when he's taking like a fight of multiple people. There's a bullseye on the red barrel. I got to shoot it. He can obviously take more hits because he's bigger. But I saw when I watched it, he was taking on, man, he's taking on 3-4 people at a time. Yeah, Captain Spheriga, that again, that's sort of the thing, is that like, if that's not what you're looking for in a game about assassins, then you don't generally have to play it. There are lots of branching ways to do it. You can play as Naoe. I'm sure that there are going to be locked off portions where you have to play as Yasuke and you have to play as Naoe. But they said a lot of the missions are you get to pick. You get to pick which side you want to go. And I've not seen Yasuke parkour at all. No. I don't think he does that at all. Is there more to this? Okay, there is. Oh, that's brutal. Okay. Okay. Let's do... I got to see demos... Well, I played Star Wars Outlaws, and I got to see a demo of this game. An hour-long, like, live gameplay demo. And that's why I'm doing this. He's a tank, yeah. He's a tank. Oh, boy. So if that is what looks like fun to you, which it does, it definitely looks like fun to me. If that's what looks like fun to you, maybe you want to do that in Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Let's see here. How about... Gosh, that's brutal. I'd forgotten how brutal that was. I know, right, Death Guard? Love it. There it is. More shoulder charging.
I am the stranger.
So this is him. Oh, yeah. So, okay. To give you context, remember when Naoe came in and assassinated the daimyo? The daimyo's right here. So this is the gameplay of him doing the same mission, but in the daylight as Yasuke. So this is him literally just shoulder charging in and like killing a bunch of guys along the way and then absolutely demolishing the daimyo. So this is the other side to the Naoe stealth. The Naoe stealth we saw, and now you're seeing the Yasuke brute force approach for this mission, because you could pick. They showed that. They showed them picking. So
Stranger again.
let's see here. Where we got? This is the. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just show us that. Like, just send me the footage, but let's see here. Okay. And this is Naoe fighting. Naoe's fighting looked fun too, by the way. Dude, that thing is brutal. Oh, jeez! I hope that chain is easy to use, because that chain looks like so much fun. What do we got here? Special move. All right, good. Just absolutely brutal, super bloody, which I did not expect.
Advance on the enemy.
Oh no! Oh yeah, that. Oh, really? Just absolutely brutal. Just absolutely fucking brutal. Like, way more brutal than I thought. Let's see here. This is an assassination. Oh, that's the that's Lord Hayashi. So she kills. This is, by the way, she's killing the daimyo in broad daylight this time around. So this is the broad daylight stealth approach for Naoe. So they've shown little pieces of it, but we got to see the full stealth approach at night for Naoe killing Lord Hayashi. Then you just got to see her assassinating Lord Hayashi in broad daylight, and then you also got to see and you got to see Yasuke doing it in broad daylight as well. Okay. Let's see here. What else? This was something they talked about a lot, which we didn't really get to see much of, but I'm sure it'll have an effect when you play the game a long time, which is the seasons. Seasons change across the game. So, and this looked really nice. I didn't, you know, you get all 4 seasons. And I would assume that's probably going to have a little bit of an effect on your stealth gameplay. Cloudless? I don't know. I hope so. You got to dive into a bale of hay at some point. But probably going to make a difference in, like, whether or not Naoe can run through the snow and her footprints will be seen or whatever, you know? Yeah, snow would make it harder to stealth. That would make sense, Demos. Valhalla did that too, probably. I would assume Assassin's Creed Valhalla did that. But they were clearly very proud of the environments they were making, which is good because they look great. And again, the gameplay here is in a lower frame rate than what they actually sent me. So I don't know. I was like, what I saw was better than what they sent. So, and then you got this stuff. This is the day-night cycle, which is important. Day-night cycle always looked great when I was watching. And I don't know if you could... I think you could choose when to do it. So if you wanted to run night with Naoe, you could. Is the season dependent on story progression? Probably. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, that would make sense. So that's the... oh yeah, and this is like a little... You know... Yeah, it's very nice. Looks very nice. Is this game more similar to an old Assassin's Creed game, or they're more recent like Mirage? Lone Grey Wolf, I am not an expert on Assassin's Creed, let me tell you. I have only played a few of them. And I played Mirage and enjoyed Mirage, but I only played it for like 4 or 5 hours. And I thought it was fun. But Shadows, I think, is maybe more my speed. I don't think this is going to be like Tsushima. I would not say that this is going to be like Ghost of Tsushima. So I would not go into this game thinking that it's going to be that. This feels to me like they really want you to decide which style you want to play for each mission and then run that style. That's what it seems like. Because they were I thought that was cool that you're like, you know what, try the brute force approach, or try it during the day, or try it during the night, or try it as Naoe, you know, like, which is awesome. Yeah, that's what it seems. The story, I didn't get much of a feel for the story, other than it seemed pretty similar and pretty, not similar, pretty simple. I have an idea of where this story is going to go, but I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil anything. Because I think I know what's going to happen. Yeah, I was encouraged by both of these games, Star Wars Outlaws and Assassin's Creed. I'm looking forward to both. I don't. There hasn't been much that would bring me into Assassin's Creed, but this would do it. This style and this setting would make me feel like I would want to get into it. Mirage was cool, but I wasn't necessarily like, whoa. But this feels more like they're like, you know, inviting me in. Oh, thanks, Pseudo Swede. I'm thanks Technics as well. And Longtime Ryan as well. Thanks, Longtime Ryan. The individual planet maps big. Jorian, I think you're talking about Star Wars Outlaws, and I never got to see the Star Wars Outlaws planet maps. Jorian, I wish that I had. I never got to see them. But yeah, that's Assassin's Creed Shadows.